tour. What if the zombie apocalypse from The Walking Dead happened in South Park, Colorado? How would our favorite foul-mouthed fourth graders handle it? Well, grab your cheesy poofs, because today we're recasting The Walking Dead's pilot episode, Days Gone By, with the residents of South Park. Let's start with our hero, Rick Grimes. Who in South Park has that strong moral compass, that natural leadership, and that occasional I'm gonna lose it vibe? It has to be Stan Marsh. Stan is the everyman, the one who tries to do the right thing even when everything around him is falling apart. Imagine Stan waking up in Hell's Pass Hospital, not from a gunshot wound, but probably from a freak dodgeball accident. He stumbles out, calling for his dad, only to find the halls littered with, well, let's just say the hospital food finally fought back. The first person Rick meets is Morgan Jones. For this role, we need someone resourceful, intelligent, and a bit of an outcast. Who better than Token Black? Token's family is the richest in town, so it's totally plausible he'd have a fortified house with a stockpile of supplies. Picture Stan, dazed and confused, getting whacked with a shovel not by a kid, but by Token, who's protecting his home. Token would be the one to patiently explain the rules of this new world to Stan. Dude, you have to aim for the head. They're not like the Goths. They actually die. And what about Morgan's son, Dwayne? That one's easy. It's gotta be Butters. Imagine Butters, full of innocent terror, peering through the peephole. Oh, hamburgers! Dad, there's a man outside! He looks awfully confused. The dynamic between the street-smart, capable Token and the perpetually naive Butters trying to survive would be both hilarious and surprisingly heartfelt. Now for the iconic first Walker Rick encounters, the little girl with the teddy bear. Itzy! In South Park, this scene gets a whole new level of dark humor. Who's the most likely to be a zombie child wandering around a playground? It has to be one of the kindergartners. Stan, seeing this little kid, would hesitate. He'd try to reason with her. Hey, little girl. Are you okay? But, as she turns, groaning, with her face half-eaten, Stan realizes the awful truth. Reluctantly, just like Rick, he'd have to do what needs to be done, leaving him completely traumatized. After getting the rundown from Tolkien, Stan decides to head to the supposed safe zone in Atlanta. But in our version, the safe zone is Casa Bonita. Of course it is! He gears up at the police station, not forgetting to grab Sheriff Barbretti's hat for good measure. He finds a horse, maybe one from the local farm, and begins his lonely journey. The ride into the city, with the empty highways and abandoned cars, would have that same epic feel, but with the snowy peaks of the Rockies in the background. Stan rides into Denver, expecting safety and cliff divers. Instead, he finds a city swarming with the undead. Z. The scene where Rick gets trapped in the tank is one of the most stressful moments in TV history. For Stan, it's 1,000 times worse. He's just a kid. He scrambles into an abandoned tank, the groans of the walkers echoing around him. He's trapped, hopeless. But then, a voice crackles over the radio. Hey! Hey you! In the tank! Cozy in there! In the original. This is our introduction to Glenn in South Park, who's the quick-thinking, tech-savvy, slightly nerdy kid who would absolutely know how to hack a radio frequency. It's Kyle Broflovsky. Of course, Stan's super best friend would be the one to save him. Stan, is that you? Dude, what are you doing in a tank? Kyle would guide him through the horde with a series of frantic, profanity-laced instructions. Okay, or on the count of 3, you're gonna make a run for it. They're slow and stupid, just like Cartman. This brings us to the rest of the Atlanta camp. Who would be there? Well, Glenn Arkyle is the scout, the muscle of the group, Darrell Dixon, the toughest nails survivalist with a crossbow. It's Kenny McCormick. He's survived everything else. A zombie apocalypse is just another Tuesday for him. 2. It'd be surprisingly effective. Taking out walkers with a rusty crossbow he found, all while his voice is muffled by his parka. And Laurie and Carl. Well, that would be Wendy Tesselberger. And, oh, this is awkward. Maybe Ike Broflovsky. Let's just say Wendy, thinking Stan is dead, has formed a protective bond with Ike. Shane, Rick's partner who has taken on the leadership role and gotten close to Laurie. This is where it gets really juicy. The role of Shane, the aggressive, pragmatic, and morally grey best friend, can only be played by one person. Eric Cartman. Imagine the tension. Stan finally reunites with the group, guided by Kyle, only to find Wendy being protected by Cartman. Cartman, of course, would claim he's the only one capable of leading. Listen, you guys, I'm the only one with the emotional fortitude and strategic genius to get us through this. Stan just cries all the time. We need a real leader, and that's me. Their reunion between Stan and Wendy would be sweet, but instantly complicated by Cartman's manipulative presence. He'd constantly undermine Stan. Oh, so Stan's back. Hood. I guess my plan to keep everyone safe wasn't good enough. Well, la-di-da. So, our first episode ends, not with a group of strangers, but with a deeply dysfunctional, familiar group of kids. Stan, the reluctant hero. Kyle, the loyal brain. Kenny, the unkillable wildcard. And Cartman, the manipulative, self-serving antagonist within the group, who is somehow even more dangerous than the zombies outside. It sets the stage for a saga of survival, betrayal, and a whole lot of screw, you guys. I'm going home. Except, home is gone. What do you think? Who would you cast in other roles? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this little thought experiment, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring that bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and remember, always aim for the head.